Nimisha from Mumbai. She has quoted verse 33. A teacher is one who is well versed in the scriptures, pure, unafflicted by desires, a perfect knower of the Supreme, who continuously abides in the Supreme, who is as calm as the fire that has burnt up its fuel, who is a spontaneous ocean of mercy that needs no cause for its expression, an intimate friend to all good people who surrender to him. So, she is asking, what does it mean to be sinless? In the Bible, it is said that man was born from the original sin that stemmed from Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. The Lord Jesus Christ had all the above mentioned qualities and died on the cross to redeem man of sin. Yet the world is mired in sin and suffering like never before. Please help me understand sin and sinlessness in right context. The original sin is to assume a form. You have quoted the Bible, and there too the sin was to taste the forbidden fruit. And then, as a punishment, to be born in the world. As a punishment, to be expelled from the holy garden of bliss and to be born as human beings in the world. That's sin, fundamentally. To feel born, to be born, to be someone inside whom the clock is ticking. Birth relates to time, does it not? And the moment you are born, you say, now I am 6 months old, now 6 years old, now 60 years old. The clock starts ticking from when you were born. That's the original sin. Not to heed the advice of God, taste the forbidden fruit and set the clock ticking. Tasting the fruit of knowledge is letting knowledge in. Once you have eaten the apple has gotten in. So to taste the fruit of knowledge means to be identified with knowledge. Now knowledge is in. Knowledge is not merely something that you hold. Now knowledge is in. Knowledge is now a part of your system, your being. That's sin. Your being should have been purely the being of God. But now your being is your personal being. Now you are not residing as the innocent one. The stories say that Adam and Eve would wear no clothes. But once they had tasted the fruit and God came looking for them, they hid behind a few shrubs. Because now they were ashamed of themselves. Now they are no more innocent. Now they are ashamed. Now they know that to not to be wearing clothes is a matter of shame. Worldly knowledge has been taken in. God never taught them that nakedness is a matter of shame. But now they have knowledge from elsewhere. The apple represents the tempting world. The apple. You feel like eating it. Just as you look at the world and feel like eating it. World. Nice apple. So many have fallen to the temptations of apple, haven't they? Once you have fallen to the apple, you are a sinner. Now you know a lot, and now you know that which did not need to be known. Now you are knowledgeable, but most of your knowledge is just a burden. And it's not a problem that you have knowledge. The problem is that you consider yourself as the knowledgeable one. That's the sin. To depart from God and be born in the world of knowledge. Now your being is not just God. Now your being comprises of stuff taken in from the world. You have lost innocence. What then is innocence? To be purely innocent of this and that. This and that exists but cannot get in. That's the statement of the innocent mind. This and that exists but it cannot get in. Its existence is undeniable. Remember that the tempting fruit existed in God's garden itself. So its existence cannot be denied. The world definitely exists. The existence of this and that is not a problem. The problem is when this and that overrides the instructions given by God. When this and that starts getting the same place, the same respect, the same treatment as God's being or the being gifted by God. That is sin. To corrupt your identity. And that is why being born has been variously called as the fundamental sin. Now you are no more God. No parents ever celebrated the birth of God. Nobody ever says, this is God. You are called my son or my daughter. Your identity is spoiled the moment you are born. The born one cannot have an innocent identity. This is sin. Departure from the truth. Departure from God. If the word God is too heavy for you, just understand it in basic terms. To be born means to be called the limited and to take oneself as the limited one. And you very well know that no limitation pleases you. That is sin. To be irrevocably tied to a body, at least irrevocable till the point of physical death. To be irrevocably tied to a physical body that is really incapable of giving you fulfillment is sin. Getting this? You have mentioned Christ. Because he does not value limitations, therefore he calls himself the Son of God. And because he does not value limitations, therefore he is prepared to give up the limited body so that limitations of others can be removed. Compassion. This body is anyway limited. Who can attach too much value to it? That's what Christ says. So if this limited body is done away with in the service of the unlimited, it's a good deal. I take the deal. I lose my body, others lose their limitations. I sacrifice my body, and looking at this sacrifice, if others can sacrifice their limitations, then I would joyfully sacrifice this body. Because what I am sacrificing is little, and what they are getting is immense. So it's a good deal. I take the deal. You get what the sin is. To be bodied is sin. And you also get the meaning of the sacrifice of many of the prophets and saints and teachers. Their entire aim is to rid people of their self-imposed limitations. After all, it was a decision to taste the fruit. The limitations are self-imposed.